Alright guys, welcome back to my shop. In today's video I will be unboxing and going over some of the unique features of the Tormek T8 Black Anniversary Edition, so don't go anywhere. Okay guys, welcome back to my shop. In this video we will be taking a closer look at the Tormek T8 Black Anniversary Edition. Tormek has been making high-quality sharpening machines for 50 years, and to celebrate 50 years of being in business, the company decided to release a special edition of this sharpening machine that you see here. Now, if you have seen my other videos in which I restore a hand plane, you'll notice that when it comes time to sharpen the plane iron, I used an older machine, which was the Tormek T7. I liked using the Tormek because it produced great results, and there's a multitude of jigs that you can buy to sharpen some of your other woodworking tools, which makes it very handy to have on hand. I bought my T7 used about 4 years ago, and I got a lot of use out of it and never had any issues with the motor or the machine itself. So that is a testimony to the amount of quality that Tormek puts into their machines. And although I enjoyed using the T7, there were a few improvements on the T8 that I liked better, so I decided that it was time to go ahead and sell my old machine and upgrade to the T8. Now, the reason I decided to go with this particular model is because there's a few features that you get on this machine that you don't get on the regular T8, which I will talk about when we unbox the machine. One thing that I would like to do real quickly is give a special thanks to Tormek. I reached out to the company itself via email and had some questions about some of the features on this machine, and they decided in a way to kind of help support today's video. They were nice enough to send me a SE77 square edge jig, so I'm greatly appreciative for them doing that. That was very nice of them to do that. Anyway, before we get started, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notifications icon. That will alert you when I release new content. So without further ado, let's head over to the workbench and get this bad boy unboxed. Alright, we're over here at my workbench, and I got a box knife here, so let's go ahead and open this sucker up. All right, looking at the top of the box here, okay, so you get, this is kind of like a brochure. All right, they send you some stickers, stay sharp, kind of neat. Okay. All right, on the top of this, you get you're getting the this tool tray here, so to speak. And one thing that Tormek talks about is that this foam tray here, this is actually an actual tool that you can put in your drawer or your cabinet or whatever to organize some of the small pieces and keep that stuff organized. But on the top tray here, let's see what we got here. We'll start at the top and we'll kind of work our way down and on over. Over here on this side, you get the marker, the edge marker, the EM15. You get a little square here for making sure your edges are square and straight. You get the WM200, which is the angle master. You get the Tormek concentrate. Over here you get a pouch, you got some band-aids in case you cut your fingers. And then on this side, one of the neat things that comes with this, that's a nice feature, is you get a special edition cover which says Tormek on it. It's a black cover. That's kind of a neat thing. Okay, then you get the warranty certificate and some of the paperwork here. Information about the diamond wheels, honing wheels, instructions, and safety instructions. And then you get a manual here that comes with it. Tells you about the different jigs and instructions and stuff like that. Real nice manual. Got spiral sewn backing to it, so very nice manual. Okay. All right, then on the next, let's see the next part here. Okay. Okay, the next part here is just some of the accessories that go with it. You get this. This is kind of like an extension for the water tray. So in case you're doing a long knife, or you're doing you have the jig for the planer blades and the joiner knives. When you go to sharpen that, it kind of keeps the water inside the tray. So that's kind of a neat thing. You have the main support arm here. And you get this right here is a little magnetic scraper for removing the shavings from the water tray. It has a magnet on it. Okay, we'll put this off to the side. All right. It's heavy. All right, there it is. Okay, here's the main base. Man, that thing looks pretty neat. I'm gonna move this off to the side so you can see it. Man, that looks really sharp. Yeah, it's all black, and they have a special Boss logo. The good thing about this T8 and also the normal T8 is that over the T7, the outside is plated, so you don't have to worry about it rusting. The T7 was painted over, and I noticed that if you got water underneath that paint, it started to corrode and started to rust. So with this version of the T8, you don't have to worry about that. All right, next in the box is this guy here. This is the diamond stone. This is the DF250 diamond wheel, fine wheel. Put that on the side there. Okay. That's it. And then also you get the water tray here. But the one thing that, one of the unique features about this black edition is that you're getting the diamond wheel and you're getting a different type of honing wheel. With the normal T8, you got the what's called like a super combination stone, and with that came some additional tools. You came with a squaring tool. Because the wheel changes grits. You can go from 250 grit, and then with the stone grit you can go to 1,000 grit. But as you're using it to put an edge on your tools, it eventually wears down, and then there's a potential that it can become out of square. So with the squaring tool, you would have to go back in and retrue the stone, which is very easy to do. But with the diamond stone, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about the stone getting out of square or wearing down, so it stays aside too. Another neat good thing about this particular stone is that if you want to flatten the back of a chisel, you have a nice flat surface here that you can register against to flatten the back of a chisel or a plane blade. With the combination stone, you can do that, but as you're putting it on the sides of the stone, you eventually wear it down, so to speak, so you don't have to worry about that with this stone. All right, another thing that is a unique feature on the Black Anniversary Edition is that you're getting a composite honing wheel that has the honing compound built into it. With the old or the normal T8, you're going to get a leather wheel with a kind of like a conditioning compound, and then you're going to get a honing compound. This is the wheel from my old T7. I decided to keep it. I had an extra one that I gave away when I sold it that was brand new. I decided to just keep this one just in case. And it does a good job of honing the back of or removing the burr off of a plane iron or a chisel or a knife or whatever carving tool you're using. The only thing is, though, is that when you apply the honing compound, it's kind of a messy. So with the composite wheel, you don't have to worry about that. You just turn it on and let it go. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a test drive. I'm going to go ahead and get it set up, and I'm going to pause the camera really quickly, get this set up, and we're going to sharpen something. So here we go. Okay, I went ahead and got the diamond stone mounted onto the machine. It's very simple to do. And I've also got the support arm added. And I put down, I decided to do this on my workbench because my other workbench is just, right now, it's got a lot of stuff on it and it's very cluttered. I just figured it'd be easier to do it on this workbench. And so I put a towel down. Real quickly, another thing I like about the T8 over the old T7 is the water tray. On the old T7, when you went to put the water tray in, you had to basically put it underneath the wheel, and there was like a little lip there to get it to catch onto. It could be kind of frustrating sometimes, and if you weren't careful, you could end up spilling the water. The good thing about the T8 is that you just put the tray on here, slides onto there, and then on the very back side of this, there's a little knob that raises the height of the water tray. So it really makes it easy. It has 3 different settings right about there. So that's one feature that I really like of the T8 over the T7. Okay, the next thing that we got to do is we got to go ahead and add our water and the concentrate to the water. One thing that the instructions tell you is that when you're using the diamond stone, that you need to make sure that you need to use the anti-corrosive concentrate in the water. Otherwise, the stone will start to corrode. And the instructions tell you to add 10 milliliters of concentrate to 250 milliliters of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and portion that out, and then we'll get to sharpening. Okay, when mixing the concentrate to the water, the instructions tell you 10 milliliters to 250 milliliters of water. For those of you in the States, when you go to convert milliliters to ounces, it's roughly 8.4 fluid ounces. I got a measuring cup here, so I roughly eyeballed it to a little bit over 8 ounces. And just go ahead and pour that in. And I'm just going to use the cap here to kind of guesstimate it. Okay, so roughly 10 milliliters, about 2 capfuls of the concentrate to 8 fluid ounces of water. Okay, got the water trough filled with the concentrate. This is the SE77 square edge jig that Tormek sent me. So once again, many thanks to them for sending that. If you're going to sharpen a plain blade or chisel, you will need this. It's an awesome jig to have. Just mounts on there like that. And then this little thumb wheel here kind of goes on the end of this, and what all that does is it just kind of keeps this from coming off of the support bar here. Okay, for this demonstration, or for this test here, I'm just going to use this chisel here. This is a Nerix chisel. I've already gone through and polished the back of the chisel, so I just want to focus on the edge here and try out the diamond wheel and the honing wheel. And just to get this set up in the square edge jig, you want to make sure that you loosen these two knobs here, and then you slide your chisel, your plain blade iron, all the way against this registration here, like the square edge, and then just kind of tighten it down. And then all we do is loosen these, and then you just adjust the height of the support arm here, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. But one thing I forgot to do, I'm going to try out this marker here. So I'm going to put and then I'm just going to use the angle master to kind of set the angle. Okay. All right, I think we're ready. One thing I'm doing is I'm looking at the back of this to see where it's hitting on the spot that I marked. And I'm just using light pressure. I'll tell you what, looking at the front of the place where I marked the chisel, it does a good job, or cuts pretty fast, because I'm pretty much almost down to bare metal now. There's very little marker left. Man, look at that. Well, I'll tell you what, the diamond stone removes the material very quickly. Did a really good job. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to hop over to the honing wheel and put polish on this. does a pretty good job. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and hone the back of it and kind of go back and forth to try and hone the edge. It's pretty much when you do the back of the chisel, it's just kind of like writing a, like a surfboard. You just kind of hold it on top there. All right, let's see how it does. Or let's see how this chisel turned out. So it takes a little bit of practice to kind of. It just takes a little bit of practice to kind of hone the edge here. You have to go back and forth between the back of the chisel and the edge there. But yeah, it's pretty sharp, man. It's shave hairs. Well, another thing that's unique about the composite honing wheel is that with the lever wheel, one thing that Tormek says that you can do is that in between sharpening. So let's say that you go ahead and put an initial grind on your chisel, plane blade, or whatever, and you need to come back and kind of hone it a little bit. Instead of having to regrind that edge all over again, you can just kind of touch it up on the composite wheel. So that's kind of an added feature or a plus. Okay, so just to give you a recap of all the items that you are getting with the Tormek T8 Black Anniversary Edition. You are getting the black machine cover, the Tormek Edge Marker, the Angle Master, the Mini Square, the Tormek Anti-Corrosion Concentrate, Band-Aids, the wire-bound instruction manual, the DF250 diamond wheel, a composite honing wheel, the foam tool tray, and the best part of all is that this machine comes with a 50-year warranty. Yes, a 50-year warranty. Now, if you want to get your hands on one of these machines, they are in limited quantity, and once they're sold out in stores, that's it. Tormek will not be making another machine like this for quite some time. So now is time to act if you want to get your hands on one of these sharpeners. Now, if you are wondering where you can get your hands on one of these machines, they are listed online through different companies. I bought mine from Highland Woodworking because they have a really good price on it currently at the moment. You can purchase it on Amazon, but the price has gone up, and that's probably due to demand and availability. When I purchased it from Highland Woodworking, the total price was $9.95 total with shipping included. And I purchased it on Tuesday and I received it the very next day. So I was very pleased with their shipping, and I was also very pleased with their customer service. So if you are interested in checking out their website, I will have a link in the description below where you can go check out their website and see some of the other products that they have available. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm going to go sharpen some more tools on my brand new T8 Black Anniversary Edition. So be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and also don't forget to leave a comment. I look forward to reading your comments. And anyway, I will catch you on the next video.